value of having managed in England before. Gets our sense of humour up to a point that the fans are going to have a bit of fun with.
Yeah, at the same time, away fans are a lot different to home fans. You know, the away fans, they're going out, they're going to support you, whatever. So he's lucky he's got the away fans there.
When you look at the England squad, defensively, certainly centre-halves pretty much pick themselves. There's quite a lot to discuss with fullbacks. Could they just do with a little bit more embroidering in the attacking positions where the games are likely to be won in America? So I'm thinking, you know, if you're Bellingham, if you're Foden, if you're players like that, if you're Cole Palmer, this is the challenge for them to get into.
Yeah, certainly over the next few months, what they're doing obviously at club level in the next few international matches. But I've never heard a manager talk so much about what happens in training. I know he's only got on for a week or so. So it's definitely their attitude around the place. That's key for them. Obviously, we talk about Palmer all day, Grealish, Foden. These players are talented. Rashford left out. They've got all that talent. It's what they do in terms of training, their attitude, out of possession. He spent a couple of seconds there talking about Harry Kane running back. Forget about he scored a couple of goals. So that's such an important part of the package. So whatever these players are bringing to the party, it's got to be, the balance of the team has got to be right. Or else whatever talent they have, they won't be involved.
I'm trying not to say a good tourist, but actually that's what he's saying, isn't it? You need a good tourist. The World Cup's even longer next year.
Yeah, but it's great that that's his message to the players. From day one when he got the job, he spoke about the training, being around the squad, mentioned the World Cup, being away for 5-6 weeks, obviously with the friendlies on top of that. He's obsessed with that. So your talent, being anything, you're obviously talented, but if you're not bringing other bits to the party, you will not be involved.
It's a good observation, Royce, because you can see that he wants to see the people he wants to have around him for that tournament. Because let's face it, you look at our group, we look like we're going to qualify. So yeah, his main focus is on the players that he can identify that's going to help him, you know, to try and win the tournament.
But as Roy says, particularly with those two friendlies beforehand, you could be talking about 6-7 weeks away from home altogether.
Yeah.
That can get quite claustrophobic, can't it? Quite suffocating.
Yeah, it's fine for usually the starting 11 are quite contented.
Yeah.
It's how the other lads deal with the setbacks in terms of attitude to training, being around the hotel, if they're coming off the bench, what kind of attitude they have. And but at the moment, obviously, they're a happy camp.
Happy camp. Anthony Gordon, his second England goal this evening. Here he is with Gabriel.
Congratulations. Thank you. You're off to a World Cup. England are off to a World Cup. How do you sum up tonight in the qualifying campaign overall?
I think it's been top from start to finish. The manager said that in the change room, we haven't conceded a goal. I think every performance, the commitment to the camps, just the vibe, the attitude, everyone's give everything, and I think you see that on the pitch.
What have England found, especially in the last couple of camps?
I think it's that togetherness. You can see it on the pitch. We're fighting, we're giving absolutely everything for each other, which can be difficult in an international environment because, you know, lads are coming from everywhere. We don't see each other very often, and I think the manager and the staff have really homed in on creating that, and it's paid off.
And how important is this system and sticking with a relatively consistent team? That must feel good.
Yeah, I think it feels good because it gives the lads some chemistry and some familiarity with each other. We know sort of what each other's going to do when we get the ball, and I think that obviously always helps, especially attacking-wise.
Is there a better striker out there in world football than Harry Kane?
Certainly not. Not right now. I think the goals he scored, and he can score from anywhere. I think his goal today with his left foot, like, you don't even think it's a shot that's on, and the next minute it's in the bottom corner. He's world class. Like I said the other day, in my presser.
But you started it. How pleasing was that goal?
Yeah, good. I should have scored the other day at Wembley, so I've been practicing particularly on that exact finish and training, so I want to thank Dean Henderson for taking the time to be in goal for me. Practice makes perfect.
Well done, Anthony Gordon, his second England goal in 16 appearances, and well done, England. Should never take it for granted, should you? Qualifying for a World Cup, it's a big deal.
Yeah, all credit to England. The group stages again, not conceding a goal, the goals they've scored, really good attitude.
I think England's a tournament team as well, so when we get to the tournament, we know how to deal with it.
Well, see what happens. The final being...
And you know, it seems to be okay at the moment, but again, we have to see when we get better opposition.
When we have a look at the second half goals, what did you think? 4-0 and 5-0. 4-0's a bit of a mess from the left.
Yeah, I think the second half was a little bit scrappy. We didn't really show much quality, but we do see it from across here. Very good play, nice laid back. Beautiful into a danger area. Really, obviously, poor defending. But again, Laffy were on their knees at this stage. Goalkeeper comes and then really... Is he unlucky? Should he do better? He got Kane on the shoulder, he's obviously panicked a little bit.
This is, I think, what he'll really like here. The game's gone, but Jarrod Bowen is determined to win the ball on halfway. Yeah. One sub to another, to Eberechi Eze to make it 5.
Yeah, and then once he gets into this situation, he's in such control of the ball and the strike, so you really do fancy him. Poor challenge from the Latvian player there, but like good pass from.
And that's the attitude Tuchel will want from Bowen, isn't
well,
it?
to be honest, you want to come off the bench, you want to do something. You see, Jared Bowen's got an assist. Eberechi's got he's got a goal. You know, you want to make a mark, so then you're in the next one. So, and plus now that they've qualified for the World Cup, you know, players are going to be playing a little bit more. I don't know, a little bit more intense, making sure that they can get it done so they can be in that.
Well, because time's running out. So 2 more qualifiers, then 2 friendlies in the spring, then the squad announcement, then 2 friendlies out probably in North America somewhere, then the World Cup. In other words, only 4 games to go till the World Cup squad is announced.
Yeah, and that's going to be one of the problems for England over the next few months. It'll be a lot of speculation because we end up talking a lot because the games weren't that interested in that sense. It was easy, so people are not going to be focused on who's going to pick, who the manager's going to pick. The players are going to be left out. Some quality players like Palmer, Bellingham. So there's going to be lots of negativity over the next few months in terms of, you know, who's the manager going to play. But I always say with them type of options, they're high-class problems for the manager. But he'll have difficult decisions over the next few months.
But he looks like a manager that he won't lose any sleep over that, will he? If he's got to leave player A or player B out, but it's not going to worry him.
He doesn't have to. When the team is performing like that, it doesn't matter who you're leaving out. If the players are turning up and performing like that, and they do look like a happy camp. But when you're winning every game, it does help. But as we said, we keep saying it, the bigger tests are yet to come. England
have scored 18 goals in qualifying, have yet to concede one. We talked about the attitude of Jared Bowen there. What about this from Eberechi Eze? Again, the game is pretty much won. But the way he gets back here, Ian, and the timing of the tackle.
Yeah, he does well brilliantly. I was thinking, like the forward, you can see he's running out of energy. I think the forward, he's cut across him too far. He maybe should have tried to get in front of Eberechi Eze there and slow him down a bit so then he could go again, give himself half a yard to get the shot off. But Eberechi's got round him and tackled brilliantly. He's having the long legs, you know what I mean?
And another good example, you think you're in trouble, but never give up. Keep hunting him down. He's obviously got that pace and great timing.
Absolutely. England then have qualified for the World Cup.
In your career?
He's on top of the list.
He feels he's as good as he's ever been right now.
Yeah, he's in top shape mentally, physically, and full of confidence. And it's a pleasure.
What pleases you most in terms of this club feel? Harry said there's a club feel developing, and that maybe is also down to consistency of selection.
Yeah, it's a club feel because we play very aggressive, we play a high press. It's a very physical game that we play, so it's very demanding, but it gets everyone going. Everyone needs to go and buy into the idea because otherwise you cannot press so high. So we have a lot of ball wins, and guys train on high level, and group is a very good group, and it's a pleasure to coach them. So that is the result. It's step by step, and we're getting there.
What did you make of the fans tonight? There was a few cheeky exchanges, weren't there? Especially early on. Are we loud enough for you?
Yeah.
So
got some stick in the first half. Fair enough, and well done. Good sense of humor and no problem.
Were they loud enough for you?
Yeah, it was brilliant support from start to finish.
I think World Cup, unless something extraordinary happens in the second half. Ironically, England took the lead with a counter-attack. It was the one time actually Latvia were in a very good position.
Yeah, and that can work sometimes for a team that's dominating possession when the other team get a bit of encouragement. They get maybe too many bodies forward. We see here England obviously getting bodies forward, but quite easy to play against them. Riley mentioned that before the game. And this is an opportunity. No, he's got to go long. He can't underhit this pass because if he goes long, at least they're still goal side. As soon as they make mistakes, looks their heads drop, I know they're in trouble. And Stones here looks, they've got space. He's pointing, he's almost encouraging Gordon to make the run. And once Gordon gets in there, I think he ends up taking six touches. He's got that in his locker. He needs to do it more consistently. You see him, he's getting that encouragement. And
the back four's completely out of position there.
Yeah, they are, because obviously they were going forward. You know, England with no pressure on Stones. You're thinking, for a start, Gordon has got to see that he's not got no pressure. He's got to be looking to make that run. So you really want him to be making that run, you know. Stones shouldn't be having to tell him to make that run, but it's on all the time. There's no pressure on the ball. He's got to be going.
He's got to do more of that now if he wants to stay in that England team, that end product, that last bit.
Absolutely, particularly with Rashford on the bench, as we've discussed. They've almost got to half-time, only one down Latvia.
Yeah.
And then you can only describe as playing themselves into trouble twice.
We see every week.
Which means that the game's out of sight.
Yeah, we've seen it here as well. With them, they haven't got the capability to play out. England have recognised that. That's a fantastic goal, you know. He's falling over, he's falling backwards. But you can see the strike is so clean, he's falling on the way down. he's keeping that down by falling away from it. It's a brilliant goal.
It's madness from Latvia. Madness. You're going in half-time, maybe 1-0 minutes to go. They obviously playing up from the back. Then you're grabbing someone's jersey. You know they're going to have a look at it. And Kane's obviously, he's been quiet. He could have had a hat-trick. He missed a good chance earlier in the game. And obviously, fully expected to score. But a madness from Latvia. A minute or two before half-time, you're going to half-time 1-0. They're trying to play up the edge of the box. They lose it. World-class player like Kane's going to punish you. Then madness, giving away a penalty. I know you really worry for Latvia. It could be 6, 7 or 8, anything.
I mean, Kane could have had a hat-trick because he had an early volley which he put just wide of the post, which was part of what Anthony Gordon did. Is Gordon doing enough for you?
Well, he's doing what I think he should be doing against this calibre of opposition.
Well.
Yeah, I think he's doing what he should be in this calibre of opposition. The only surprise I've got with that with Harry Kane, he didn't sweep it in with the left foot, but like in the space, you look at him, he's seen the space and he's going for it. He's
That's
got
a
the
good
pace.
ball, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. That's what you want to see from him because he's got those attributes. I just feel that once he got 2 and 15 for him, yeah, I'm sure that with the opposition we've been playing as well, he himself will probably have thought, yeah, maybe I'll get some more. And I just think it's up to him to just be a little bit more ruthless, be crisper with what he's doing.
And keep it up in the second half. Keep that tempo. Latvia look like they've gone now. Obviously, they had a bit of fight in the Saturday game. That looks like it's gone now. Finish it off. There's plenty of goals there for the attacking players.
That's what Thomas Tuchel has wanted. It didn't happen in the second half the other night against Wales. Maybe because that was a friendly, but you would expect a different attitude this time.
Yeah, same attitude and quality and be ruthless like they did against Serbia in the second half.
Yeah, I was just going to say when I was younger, the qualifiers seem to be a little bit more jeopardy on them. It seems like it's quite easy now. We're there. It looks like we're going to be there, beating them 3-0 now, and it just feels different to when I was a kid. We qualified all the time, no problem.
Absolutely.